Got him that time. That's a fish. Jeez. Yeah, I think it was. There's another fish. There we go. There's a fish. There we go. All right, I wanted to come back and get a second attempt with these smallies with this little, it's basically the baby bull shad, but this is a Susquehanna Custom Lures version of it. I also came back with a stiffer rod too. I'm gonna make a few casts here, see if I can hook into some, and if I can, probably make some more casts, but if I can't, we're gonna get into some trout fishing. Some fly rod trout fishing. Pretty sure I just saw something rise right up there. Is that a fish? There we go. There's swim bait smallie. Hopefully we can find his bigger sister out there somewhere. Oh, that's a goner. Tried to cast up underneath that tree limb there. I'm pretty sure we're not getting that one back. She's gone forever. Somebody wants it. There it is in the tree. Nope, I lied, it fell out. Oh, sweet. No lure left behind. I'm glad I didn't lose it because this is the only one of this one I have. All right, I think that's my sign. Let's get into some trout fishing. All right, so I'm gonna try to catch some trout here again. As you guys saw the last time I was here, the weather turned, got windy, got rainy. It was actually freezing that day. Today it is a beautiful day. Just got off work, so I figured, let's see if we can get some more trout to fly rod. And besides that one I caught the other day, I have not trout fished with a fly rod since I was a kid. So it definitely brought back a bunch of surges of some excitement. I didn't even see that one right there. Just went over one's head and he did nothing. Definitely rising, as you can see. Oh, one just went for it and turned. Oh, that one came up right beside my fly. Why didn't he eat mine? He must be focused on a certain type of fly. Again, I am not a fly fisherman, as most of you know. Definitely something I'd like to get better at. And this is the little fly I'm using. And if there's some fly fishermen watching this video, you guys know what a good fly to pick up is, please leave it in the comments below. I noticed I had a little nick in my line, so I'm going to retie real quick. But these fish, these trout today, I don't know if someone already came through and caught some, but they're just very smart today. Either that or very cautious. Oh, one just jumped right there. See, even that one right there, he came right towards it, but then he turned at the last minute. Is it my fly? Is it me? Is it the trout? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these fish, but I'm gonna take a break from trout fishing for the moment, just because Just can't get them to bite. All right, I got a little bit of time before it gets dark here. So I decided after trout fishing, not catching any, I'd come out here and try the river and try a lure that's not really conventional for smallmouth bass fishing. This is a big old worm here. Got a 1/0 worm hook and I believe it's an 1/8 ounce tungsten bullet weight on there. Just wanted to try something totally different just to see, just to switch it up a little bit. Oh, I just had a fish. Just had a bite. Got him that time. That has to be the same fish. That's a nice one too. Look at that. It's got some black lipstick. First one I've seen like that this year, on the lips at least. All right, look at that. On a big old bass worm. I think it's the Shaking My Head worm by ZMAN. Look at that one. It's a nice one. Thanks for the fight, bud. Yeah, I just looked at the package and this is a 7-inch finesse worm by ZMAN. Whenever I first started bass fishing, I wondered, like, well, you have all that worm. You have 7 inches of worm. Like, what's that bass gonna do? Is he gonna eat the tail? Is he gonna eat the middle? But the more you bass fish, the more you realize that bass eat things head first for a couple of reasons. They eat fish head first because of the fins, especially like bluegills and stuff. Their spines will point the opposite way and they'll choke on it. So they typically eat things head first. Like I said, I'm using this with a 1/0 worm hook. So I have pretty much that much hook and the rest is all worm. So they're gonna eat it typically in that head area. And the way that I just hooked that bass, I mean, couldn't get much of a better hook set than that, especially like as far as where the hook set was in the fish's mouth. Oh, is that a fish? I think that was a fish. If that wasn't a fish, I don't know. It was weird because I know there's big old rocks in this area too, so I don't know if it just got stuck behind a rock. That kind of felt like a fish. That's a fish. Jeez. Maybe that one I just missed was a fish. There we go. Big old worm. Tiny smallmouth. He's got some like amber colors on him. It's almost like light red. That's pretty cool. Another one. I would call this a largemouth worm, but I guess it's for smallmouth too. I do have to say, you know, using this worm, it's really nice using the worm hooks because you can, the way that you rig these, I don't know if most of you guys know this, I'm sure you do, but if you don't, unlike an EWG hook where you kind of put it straight up through and have it sticking out the top, so typically with a Texas rig, you would go straight up and you'd go out like that. Then you have your tip of your hook sticking out. But with a worm hook, you don't really do that. You see where the hook's gonna go into the worm and you kind of follow that trajectory and you get it to where it's just about to come out the top, and that's where you stop. So it's just like that. So it's basically weedless more or less. But then when a bass bites down on it, it exposes that hook. And then when you hook set, it pulls the hook through the plastic, allows you to penetrate the fish's mouth. But I kind of really like that about the river here because, oh, hold on, got a backlash. Because there's so many snags in the river, as you river anglers know. I mean, whether it's rocks or logs or whatever it is, I mean, there's a lot of trash in the river from floods. It's just a nice way to present your hook through the bait without getting snagged on a bunch of stuff. I've only used a big worm such as this a handful of times fishing. probably say like 3 or 4 times. I used them more when I first started fishing because I really wasn't sure about smallmouth bass and like what they wanted. It's one of those lures I'm just going back to because I knew it worked, but I think as smallmouth anglers, we typically just get to the Ned rigs and the jerk baits and other lures like that that are more common for smallmouth. And to be completely honest with you, I didn't just pick these worms up just for smallmouth bass here at the river. I actually have plans this weekend to fish some ponds, so I wanted to get something for some largies, and this is the first thing that popped in my head. But I figured, why not tie one on tonight and give it a try? I mean, it's working, as you can see. Gonna make a few more casts here at this spot. Gonna run up river, bank fish up through there, and by then it'll be dark, but hopefully we can get on a couple more. Pretty sure something just tugged on it right there. Yep, I think it was, because there's another fish. Not a big one, but geez, was not expecting so many fish to be right here at this one spot. So I kind of just wanted to get out before dark. It's looking like a good night. Kind of makes you wonder what these bass think this big old worm is. I mean, there is eels in the river. Makes you wonder if they think it's an eel or something. I wonder what all those bubbles were. A little beaver right there. I saw some bubbles coming up through the river. Thank goodness he didn't eat this worm. That would have been one heck of a surprise, hooking into a beaver. All right, couple more casts here. We're gonna move on. We're running out of daylight, or I'm running out of daylight, but I'm taking you guys along with me. There we go, another one. Oh, he pulled off. Hey, 1 for 4 as far as bass that I've missed on this worm. I'm not gonna complain. Didn't feel like a giant, so I'm not too heartbroken about it. There we go. There's a fish. Another decent one. And we're on a roll tonight with this worm. I was not expecting the turnout to be this good, honestly. Not as far as fishing with this bait, I just mean the bite in general. So I was kind of rushed for time from getting off work and running errands and stuff. I figured, heck with it, I'll just come out and make some casts. Maybe I'll get 1 or 2. What's up, guys? So we're gonna switch things up. We're gonna do a little bit of trout fishing. I came here to the creek here in Lewisburg, and there are some really big trout right here in this hole. Let's see if we can hook into one. There's so many trout right here in this hole. There we go. There's so many nice trout right here underneath this bridge. Somebody else caught this fish. He's got a line down his throat. He's got a hook down his throat. I don't think I'll be able to get it out though. Definitely don't want to cause more harm to this fish than needed, so just gonna get my hook out and let him go. Beautiful trout though. Yeah, unfortunately that hook is way down there. Hopefully it works itself out. There he goes. Took quite a few casts underneath this bridge, so I could see some really nice ones up through there. Some of them were kind of taking some swipes at it, but nothing wanted to commit to it. I mean, I did see a bunch of anglers walking up and down this creek, so it's safe to say these trout are definitely pressured by other anglers. I'm just using this tiny paddle tail swim bait. I think it was gifted to me whenever I purchased some bass lures, some micro bass lures. They kind of just threw them in a pack with it. And it looks like they work for trout. All right, well, looks like we're only gonna catch one for now. Definitely gonna try back here another day. Like I said, I think these trout are just extremely pressured and they're probably lure shy.